Our God's an awesome God. If you look at the size of the universe that you can just tell from being a small person on earth looking up, it amazes me to think about that. Yeah, it does make me feel small, but it also makes me feel large to recognize that the same God that created everything I see created me. There's nothing better than that. Space Launch System is the newest rocket that we're developing at NASA for deep space exploration. The whole idea is to take this new rocket, fly it to the moon. You go back to the moon, that sets you a staging place that allows you to take a trip that goes deeper into space, and you can stage part of the way on the way. We're talking about colonizing Mars. I've been blessed to work on several different programs, including the Space Shuttle program, and now an opportunity to lead this activity to where we're going to fly back to the moon like we did in the 1960s. It's just wonderful. It was amazing growing up, number one, during the space race in the 1960s. My dad went to work for NASA, and I was always intrigued with space exploration, things like that. But to have a family member, my dad, that was actively engaged in that process was unbelievable. I got to see things that a lot of people didn't get to see.
I started out in a little group that really designed on paper the whole vehicle that went to the moon. The whole U.S. was really wants us to do this job, which is to beat the Russians to the moon before 1970. That was really our goal. I worked on all the point pieces in the Saturn, and my son does the very same thing for the vehicle, except he has more pieces to deal with than I did.
It was amazing to not only see the development and the flight of the rocket, but to have a dad that explained to me in a way that I could understand what was the purpose of the mission. Space exploration is inherently risky. When it comes to space flight, there's no perfection.
We had sensors all over the launch vehicle, so if anything went wrong, we knew about it. Most of the time, we'd tell the astronauts to turn the switch on and off if they had any kind of control, and see if it'll really come on. If not, do we have to fix it, or can we fly without it? We were trying our best not to have any failure that was going to cost them a life. But luckily, we never had a failure after we lift off the pad of the Saturn vehicle.
It takes everyone. It takes a vision of what we're trying to do, a plan to execute the mission, and the people that actually do the work to execute that mission. And in reality, without that shared vision, without that shared goal, it only takes a few separations from that to cause you to not be successful. Our goal as leaders is to put together mitigation plans in place, so we try to anticipate all of the things that could go wrong and have mitigation plans in place to be able to deal with it. The last thing you want to do is have to look back and ask yourself, what could I have done differently to have prevented this tragedy?
Well, Apollo 13, we got a problem. That struck everybody because they were already coasting on to the moon. And we know if your problem's bad enough, they ain't coming back. We spend our time to make sure that we had enough oxygen to come home. It was touch and go, and we come up with all kinds of little concepts. And until we were satisfied that we were in the water, nobody really got much sleep.
So if you compare what they did back in the 60s to what we're doing today, to me, there's no comparison. They were the brains behind it. We're taking advantage of what the foundation that they set for us, and it's allowing us to go deeper into space and to explore deeper. They were truly the giants of space exploration. It's natural and inherent for us to explore. We're going to do it. I think we have to continue to push. We have to challenge ourselves to do things that we don't think can be done, because that's the only way we're going to accomplish them.